Good evening and welcome to West Springfield High School Back to School Night 2021. My name is Ms. Ozarski, and over the next few minutes I'm going to introduce myself as well as the course that your students are taking. To begin, a little bit about me. As I said, my name is Ms. Caitlin Ozarski, and this is my third year here at West Springfield. Prior to working at West Springfield, I attended the University of Virginia down in Charlottesville, Virginia, in which I studied history as an undergrad, and then remained there to get my master's in secondary social studies education. I am in the social studies department here at West Springfield, and I currently teach 4 sections of regular psychology and 1 section of honors U.S. and Virginia history. During my tenure at West Springfield, I've also taught a couple of World History 2 sections as well. When I'm not teaching your students, I'm also the head swim and dive coach here at West Springfield, and I'm very happy to be back here once again in order to get to know your students. This course that we'll be talking about today is Honors United States and Virginia History. To give you a little bit of a course overview, during this 1-year chronologically organized course, students will examine the political, economic, social, and cultural history of the United States. Students will study major historical developments and their impact on contemporary society and the individual. Throughout the course of study, students will engage in map and globe reading, critical thinking, writing, research, and group process skills. This course content is based on the 2015 Virginia Standards of Learning, or SOLs. These are put forth every so often by the Virginia Department of Education, as well as Fairfax County Public Schools' social studies curriculum guides. This is the breakdown of our course content. We'll have 10 distinct units, each of which feature another era in our nation's history. We'll start our first semester with colonization, so the history of America before we were America, to approximately 1754. We'll cover the American Revolution from 1754 to 1783, the new nation, the early republic, and we'll end our first semester with Civil War and Reconstruction. We'll pick up the content during the second semester with the progressive movement and imperialism. Next, we'll cover the Roaring Twenties to the New Deal, World War II to the start of the Cold War, Kennedy to the Vietnam War, and finally we'll finish our course content with Modern America, which will take us approximately 1968 to the present. West Springfield High School uses visible learning in order to track students' mastery. In U.S. Virginia history, students will receive the Standard Social Studies Visible Learning Guide, and it lists skills and objectives students are expected to master. Visible learning guides will be communicated and available to students and parents through Schoology. All of you can go access our visible learning guides at any point. They're in our course resources folder. It's an orange folder in Schoology, and you are able to see the visible learning guide throughout the year. Students will receive feedback from their teachers for every skill and objective in the visible learning guides. There are 4 types of skills that we are really seeking to emphasize this year as a department. They are practice, which consists of small homework and classwork assignments. Content, this is the general content they need to know and can encompass knowledge checks, tests, and quizzes. Writing, which can encompass DBQs, FRQs, writing prompts in general, and application. These are larger projects that ask students to apply the knowledge in which they've learned to a medium of another sort. Level of mastery for all standards will be clearly communicated throughout the year, and students once again are able to ask for feedback in order to track their own progress. In addition, they'll use our diagnostic system in order to track their individual progress throughout the year to see where they are in terms of what they know and what they need to know. Just some nuts and bolts of the course in general. Each day, students will need to bring their fully charged laptop to class. In accordance with FCPS policies, we do ask that students come with their laptop prepared and ready to go. Students will use their laptops sometimes to access some online sources, to see some databases, and most importantly, they can use their laptops to access Schoology. Schoology is our course site, and that's where all of the important information relevant to this course will be found. That includes our syllabus, visible learning guides, any class slides that we do in case students would like a reference to go back to, as well as any projects and due dates that they might need. If a student is absent for whatever reason, they can use Schoology to see what they missed that day and to catch themselves back up. Of course, I'm also available if any of them would like a little bit help in doing so. In addition to their laptops, students also need notebooks or binders, folders, pens, anything that they can take notes with. There is a textbook for this class, but it's accessed entirely online. When it comes to grading in this class, in accordance with FCPS's best practices, the West Springfield High School Social Studies Department utilizes SIS's ability to keep a rolling gradebook. This allows teachers and students to see their overall performance in class at any given time in order to track their mastery of learning. It also maintains the integrity of assignments and assessments, as all are weighted equally throughout the year. A student's first or second or third quarter grade is more of a snapshot of how they're doing really at any given time. Their overall grade at the end of the year is the culmination of all assignments and assessments they've done throughout the course. We do have a specific breakdown for different assignments. Assessments that might include tests, chapter quizzes, writing, and projects are weighted 90% of a student's grade. This is because these are the content checks that we are really trying to see, and this is where the mastery of learning is measured. Smaller assignments like classwork and homework are only weighted 10% and will be much less frequent in terms of how often they are assigned them. In accordance with FCPS grading policies, 50 is the lowest grade on our 100-point scale. That is to say, a student will not receive a grade lower than a 50% on any assignment, even if they do not turn that assignment in. In addition, as this is an honors course, students will receive a 0.5 bump toward his or her GPA because of the increased rigor of this course. If you have any questions or concerns at any point throughout the year, please feel free to contact me at any time. The easiest and most efficient way to contact me is through email, and this is the email that I'd prefer for you to use. KMOWCZARSKI@fcps.edu. I'll do my best to respond back to you in a very timely manner, and please keep in mind that no matter how small the concern is, I'd be happy to address it. I invite you to go also look further at our Schoology course page, and you'll see that in the folder that you are in now, I've posted these slides for your continued review. In addition, you'll find out that there's another set of slides in this folder that just contains general information that West Springfield would like you to have. That information is not necessarily specific to this course, so if you would like to go look at it, you're more than welcome to. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Please feel free to reach out at any time, and I will hopefully hear from you all soon. Thank you very much.